This is like the best news. Another reason to pour a glass of wine tonight. It can help you fight Alzheimer's. Dr. Richard Chaffoo is here to tell us how. So I'm one step ahead. This is called Mama Juice. I call this Mama Juice. I have it often. What does the study say? Was it 2 drinks a day?
So exactly, Shally, it was 1 to 2 drinks of alcohol a day. And it was a fascinating study. I read the study. It was actually done in mice. And they looked at the small amounts of alcohol consumption. And what they found was that it actually helped the part of our brain that gets rid of the toxins and the chemicals and some of the proteins that are thought to be responsible for things like Alzheimer's disease and dementia. And this small amount of alcohol seemed to actually allow us to get rid of those chemicals and enhance our neurological function.
Okay, when you talk about 2 drinks a day, I mean, I've heard like the vodkas and those kind of things are usually not the best. I've heard all these wonderful things about the wine. So what kind of alcohol are you referring to?
So the study was just talked about ethanol in a generic term.
Okay.
But we do know, of course, from studies like the French Paradox study, which has been studied extensively, that wine, especially red wine, the polyphenols, the resveratrol, does seem to have a protective effect on the cardiovascular system, so reduce our incidence of heart disease and stroke. And now, of course, with the alcohol, small amounts, of course, we're seeing a neurological improvement.
Small amounts, when you say it was like 2 full glasses, or?
Probably, well, probably 2 4-ounce glasses.
2 4-ounce glasses
a
day.
A day.
Wow, okay.
Right.
There was a different study that also suggested, I saw this and it stopped and made all of us think for a minute. McDonald's fries cures baldness.
Right, it's interesting.
Really?
It's not the fries so much. What it is there's a chemical that was studied in a Japanese university, and they looked at one of the chemicals that's in the actual frying oil for McDonald's that prevents frothing. And somehow this chemical is actually been used as a substrate to promote follicle growth in mice. And so the theory is maybe this will be an application, instead of, we're using Rogaine and Propecia, this may have some benefit for us in the future in terms of helping with hair loss.
Because I'm thinking if you're going to eat French fries, I don't care what kind of French fries, whether it's McDonald's,
Right.
that may, keep your hair on your head, but it does a lot of other things to you that you
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
want to happen.
So this was an individual substrate or chemical that was thought to overall enhance follicular growth.
So probably what they'll do is, if this really does work, it would be something that you would apply to one's head, not consume it in a French fry.
Orally, exactly. And again, this was a study done just on mice. So we need to see this study duplicated in humans and see what the benefit. The gold standard, of course, for hair loss is hair restoration surgery.
Right.
But the interesting thing is, even here locally in San Diego, there is a biotech company that we're actually working with, Sanford Burnham, and we're looking at actually cloning the hair follicle. They've been able to do that very successfully in a mouse model, so we're looking at that in the human model.
So what would they do with this?
So actually be able to grow the cells and culture these cells, and then actually develop them into a model where it could be transplanted in a human.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
And it's happening here in San Diego?
We're working on this right now with this company, so it is fascinating.
Okay, so when it does all come to fruition, please come back and tell us.
Right.
Dr. Chaffoo, thank you for being here.
Good to be here.
All right.